Welcome back to the channel. Today we are opening up the second set of Riftbound, which is Spiritforged. We are going to jump right into this set because I'm so excited to get my hands on these cards. This set in particular adds a brand new keyword called Weapon Master. It adds brand new gear, which are weapons. I think they're called weapons. We're about to find out. And an assortment of other stuff. So we're hoping for a overnumbered card. Fingers crossed we can pull one. It did come out of the case, so we do have a chance, but you never know. So let's jump straight into it. I'm very excited, as I said, to get my hands on this set. Have you guys gone to the pre-release? Because I did, so I was lucky enough to open, I think it was 7 packs in total then. Which was fantastic. I've noticed the card quality seems to be a little better on this set. So here's hoping if we do pull something big and juicy, we luck out with the quality control. Fingers crossed. So this is our, no it's not, oh there we go. So our first epic, which is Rengar, and then we have our next, which is Edge of Night. Now, as you can see here, this is a new gear type. It's called equipment. Now, in this instance, what you need to do is you need to pay the original cost, which is 3 energy, in order to get this one on the field, okay? Once it comes onto the field, you then need to go ahead and equip it to a unit. In order to equip, you need to recycle the given rune, which in this instance, it is a purple power rune. This gear in particular, you can actually also hide at a battlefield if you so choose. Okay, once again, recycling a purple rune. Oh, and we have our first legendary. It's called Hostile Takeover. This is a signature spell. For those who are new, signature spells are spells that can only be played with the corresponding champion, corresponding legend, my apologies. So in this is Renata. What this does is take control of an enemy unit at a battlefield, ready it, and then start combat if other enemies are there, otherwise you conquer it. Lose control of that unit and recall it at the end of the turn. Okay, interesting. A little bit of mind control going on. That's a cool card, and look at that shine on it too. The foiling seems to be nicer, but it shouldn't be, because they did say this is the exact same print run. They won't be able to change anything until set 3. So I don't know, maybe it's all figment of my imagination. Maybe it's all in my head. I'm really curious what you guys are going to be playing this set. I personally will be playing Lucian, and then I will also want to play Azir, but it's going to be highly dependent on what I pull. I'm opening 2 boxes, and then that's pretty much it. If I'm unlucky and I don't get the cards that I need, I probably will then just continue to play Lee Sin, because I really do fuck with Lee Sin. This is our first reverse card. You can't really tell. This is our, is it? It's because it's not our first. This is our first reverse. Okay, you can tell with the lighting there. And then we've got Jace as our epic, and we have a legend pack. There we go. So I split this case with 2 other friends. We all got 2 boxes each. Obviously with a case, you do have the ability to pull over numbers. I believe it is 2 in, on average to a case. So fingers crossed we can get something. We're going to hopefully pull the Azir. I want the Azir. I think the Azir looks gorgeous, but you know, I'll settle for anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. So this is another piece of an equipment, which is Trinity Force. Now Trinity Force, as you can see here, it's got +2 might when attached to a unit. And on top of that, when I hold, I also score 1 point. So this is actually quite a strong piece of equipment. I might put it in my Lee Sin deck and cause some fucking mayhem, I think. So I'm actually quite excited to see what we can pull off with this. And then for our next, we do have Vex. I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to the purple cards, to be honest. And then we've got Arise, which is a card for, you guessed it, Azir. So play 2 Sand Soldiers units for each equipment you control, and then you ready 2 of them. So swarm the board. Not too bad, seems like a decent card. I just want to say that I really appreciate everybody watching at the moment. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. We have had an influx of subs, which is amazing. For those who are new, and this might be one of the first videos that you see, second, after the one that you sub to, We are a variety channel, so we do a lot of content here, primarily just Riftbound, One Piece, and Pokemon, sometimes Dragon Ball as well. And then every now and then we might do another TCG if we so feel like it, but these are the main ones. All right, we're gonna take a look at Lucian because Lucian is fucking amazing and he is excellent. If you haven't gone to your first pre-release, I think you kind of missed it, so you're gonna have to wait till the next set, but this really did some work at my pre-release. I ended up winning 3 of my matches and drawing 1, which was a bummer, but got 2 extra packs out of it, so no complaints there. All right, this is like, it's like, oh, I need to bleep that out actually. I gotta remember that there are kids that watch this channel and I think the demographic is like 25 years old, but the thing is that, you know, I talk like a 25-year-old where I need to be mindful of the viewers and who's watching. So I do apologize. I'm gonna learn to start beeping stuff out. We've got Jana over here, which is a cool card. This is a reaction card. So it's one of the few cards that you can, unit cards that you can play as a reaction. This card is when you play me, heal your units here, then move an enemy unit from here to its base. This is a cool card. I think that you could essentially do some manipulation against Warwick in set 1. In set 1, you know, Warwick, if enemy's already pre-damaged, he moves in. When I attack, he basically kills everything there. If you were to react to that Warwick, place the Jana in, heal your units, so he wouldn't trigger his one attack, but then just to be safe, you send him back to base as well. This is a cool card. Again, something I want to play around with my control decks. We'll see. I think it would be Lee Sin's green and orange, so I'm even considering popping him in there as well. So we'll see what happens. But this is a pretty cool card. I feel like it's kind of underrated. Then we got Marching Orders, which is another new keyword attached to this. This is called repeat. So essentially, you pay the original cost and then you can have the option to repeat said spell for the amount that is stipulated here. So in this instance, it's the same as the original cost, so it's 3. So you can do that and do this twice, which is cool. It's cool, I like it. It's different, it's unique. If you've never played Runeterra was the first online client for League of Legends. And with that set, every single time with that game, every single time they released this set, they dropped new keywords, an abundance of keywords. So it looks like they're taking the same route here, which I'm really excited about because it keeps the game fresh, opposed to something like One Piece where they just do not add new keywords and it kind of becomes a little stale, even though the game is fantastic. And then we've got Sand Shifter. We've got some new battlefields. Obviously, you get some new battlefields throughout Spiritforged, as well as, you know, actually every card in this fucking thing is new. What am I talking about? Specifically, you get new battlefields. No, everything is new. Everything in this box is new, except for some overnumbered, which are reprints. Don't listen to me. Seriously, do not listen to me. Just mute me if you have to, and then you can look at the pre-cards. We've got Card Sharp, sick. I'm kidding, please don't mute me. And then we got Guardian Angel, which is really cool. One thing I do love about this is the equipment in this set is so close to its League of Legends counterpart. So Guardian Angel in League, if you were to die and you had it equipped, you would just resurrect, right? I don't know the specifics, but I know you resurrect. In this, it's the same thing. If I would die, you kill your Guardian Angel instead, you heal the unit, and then you exhaust them and recall them. Really cool. Really, really cool. I with this. Again, you guessed it, Lee Sin deck. What is everybody playing in this set? I want to know, because I feel like there's just so much viability in this set. I know a lot of people, but oh, Draven's so good. Draven's dominating. Draven is great, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that he's the end all and be all. Like you see Kai'Sa, everyone thought Kai'Sa was like the worst thing in the world. And then the West, I believe it's the West, America got it. And then they were like, okay, how do we beat this? And then they came up with Annie, and Annie then, you know, dominated. But I think one thing to say is that when we look at China's meta, specifically, China are actually very new to TCGs. China are very new to TCGs, which generally means that most of the time you see their decks, they're not really optimized, right? They're not to the best of their capability because they're kind of learning. And so if they didn't play TCGs online or a TCG, like they just don't have enough, like a lot of TCG experience. Not to say that they're bad at all. I feel like the West has more, America, you know, the rest of the kind of countries have more practice with it, I suppose. If that made any sense whatsoever. We've got Premonition, which is our next legendary. This is a reaction card. It's a spell, very heavy power cost, but it's a low energy cost, and you get to draw 3. Nice draw power. I don't know, I don't really play blue too much, so. I think I actually want to play blue this set. I think I want to play Ornn. Ornn looks really cool. Ornn is blue and, I forget. He's blue and something. We'll go through. You know what I should be doing is going through the legends when we see them, just for people who aren't aware, because obviously this has been out for quite some time, so I'm personally up to date with it, but some of you may not be. So we'll go through some of those shortly. We've got Fiora here, which is a new champion unit. We'll go through the champion units as well. This is when I attack or defend, one-on-one double might in this combat. It's pretty good. I don't think it's crazy, but it's a 3/3. That means on your second turn, potentially you could have it out already, fill the board. It could apply some pressure, especially if they're going first. They move in, you're pretty much a 3/6 at that point, and they'd have to use some spells to, you know, buff up their minions or use a Ride the Wind to send you the back. So yeah, I feel like it's pretty good. Is that an alt art? That is our first alt art. Would you look at that? This is Aurelia Feverent. And now this is the champion unit. I actually think this is quite sought after. This is a nice little hit. We love this. When you choose or ready me, give me +1 this turn. Awesome. This is cool. This will be listed on my eBay, which you can find in the comments below, because I am not keeping the alt arts. I kept them for set 1. I was master setting set 1. Set 2, I'm not fast on. I'm gonna try and get some money back so I can continue this hobby, because it is quite expensive, as I'm sure many of you know. And if you don't know, brace yourself if you're considering getting into it. It's a lot of money. All right, we've got Veteran Poro Treasure Hunter, Rocket Barrage, again with the repeat being the new keyword. When you buff me, ready me, this is a cool card. This is definitely going into Lee Sin. This is quite nice. Then we've got a new battlefield. This is when you conquer here, you may pay 1 to ready your legend. With legends specifically that you need to exhaust, this is quite useful, but legends that have passives like a Yi, you know, +2, I think it is on defense, +2 might, it's irrelevant. Then we've got Void Drone, we got Renata Glass, I think that's how you say it. So when you or an ally hold, you may exhaust me to play a Gold Gear token exhausted. Now a Gold Gear token is this guy right over here. This is a new token, and this is, you need to kill this in reaction rest to add 1 power. So it's basically a seal. These are a non-permanent seal, right? That you can get a one-off use from. Pretty good. I think they're pretty cool. Secondary, when your score is within 3 points of a victory score, your golds add +1 as well. So not only do they give you +1 power, they give you +1 energy, which then makes them super beneficial. So I feel like there's some play here. We'll see. I'm gonna work on making a few deck profiles during this set, because I quite enjoy doing them, to be honest. If you haven't seen the last one's Lee Sin. I'm gonna have an updated one for set 2 shortly. We've got Fizz as our champion unit. Whenever I say Fizz, I just think of, I have nightmare flashbacks of playing TFT and Fizz just destroying my backline ADC, which, yeah, I freaking hate Fizz. Actually does my head in. Next, we've got Blood Rush, Door and Shield, which is more equipment. I'm gonna go through cards that I think are pretty good. We're just gonna go through most of the commons though in this instance. I think this is quite good. Kill a friendly unit to give your might, to give might equal to its might to another friendly unit, which is, I think that can be quite powerful, especially for a 2 cost, even though it's an action, I think it's quite good. We got Factory Recall. This card was crazy during the pre-release. I think this card is a really cool card to be used in Lucian. I'm glad I pulled another one. It means I can screw around with the Lucian deck as well and see how we go. This card as well, I'm not even gonna under Titan. I don't really know how he's played, to be honest. I'm assuming he's played in Rek'Sai, but just, yeah, not something I'd be playing. I think we're about halfway through this box at this point, so we are flying by. We've pulled one alt art, which is nice. I don't know if we're gonna be pulling any sort of over-numbered at this point. I really hope we do, but you know, at the end of the day, I am playing the TCG. It's not like Pokemon where I open it and then get no hits and I'm absolutely depressed. So, you know, I'm happy either way at the end of the day. We've got Hextech Anomaly. This is a reaction card. Pay any amount of power to add that much energy. So you're recycling your power for energy, essentially. That's cool. The interesting concept, especially if you've gone ahead and used a lot of energy on the previous round, or you've used all your energy, like let's say you're on 8 runes, you played an 8 energy card out, you can then go, okay, you know what, I'm actually gonna use this gear to sacrifice another 5 to play another character out. So I think there are some cool plays to be had with this. I wanna experiment with this card. This is actually quite cool. And this is like the first time I'm seeing it. I haven't seen all the cards, but it's the first time I'm seeing it. So it kind of like has triggered something, is that deck building aspect that I love. And I'm like, okay, sick, let's try. This is quite a good card. This is the best Lucian card. The other one is absolutely terrible. Don't even try and tell me it's good. This is Weapon Master, which essentially means that any gear that you have on the field, when you play a character with Weapon Master, you're able to attach the weapon for free without paying the power cost. And then he goes, every time when he's first conquers in a turn, you get to ready him. So you basically can move in and then move out, save your unit. I think it's pretty good, especially being a 3 and you don't have to recycle. You can have him out turn 2 with on Lucian, especially on turn, if you go first, you can play a gear, you go second, you can call him out, attach the gear and apply some pressure. I think it's quite good. These videos end up being so long and I'm like, how are they so long? But I appreciate everybody watching and staying through. We're probably hitting the 20-minute mark now, so we'll see what I cut it down to. Let's see. We got Prize of Progress. Okay, here is our next legend we're going to talk about. This is Jax. This is quite cool as well. I really like the concept. It's the same color combo as Lee Sin, which I'm a big fan of. So essentially, you pay 1 and you rest him. Okay, to attach a detached equipment you control to a unit you control. So essentially, instead of paying 1 power, you rest this dude and pay 1 energy, and you can attach an equipment to anybody as long as it is already detached, okay? So not attached to someone else. The second portion is you don't pay anything, you rest him, attach and attached. I read that, I was like, hang on, I'm having a moment. So this one, in this instance, it needs to be attached to a unit already, and then you can attach it to another unit, again, without paying a cost. Generally speaking, you can't detach equipment, right? Unless there is a specific card or spell that says so. So this is quite useful if you want to be swapping your equipment around. Though I don't know how well it would work, because when your unit dies, your unit goes to the graveyard, but your equipment comes back to base. So, you know, I don't know how viable Jax is. I will, again, look into it. We've got Heart of Dark Ice, which is a gear. Give a unit +3 this turn. This is cool. This is really cool. Just passive +3 might, just for resting. Maybe a Lee Sin deck, who knows? And then we've got a Void Rush Legendary. Reveal the top 2 cards of your main deck. You may play 1 of them, reducing cost by 2, and then draw anyone you did not play this way. That is another signature spell, and that is for Rek'Sai. Rek'Sai does not interest me. Are there any Rek'Sai players out there? Because honestly, Rek'Sai kind of looks ass. I just don't quite understand the appeal of blindly digging through your deck to potentially pull something. It's not like you can stack your deck and then use that in conjunction. So to me, it's just a bit odd of a play style, but you know, maybe they're gonna add stuff later on which will make it a bit more viable, but right now it just doesn't seem like something that I want to personally be playing. We've got Ornn, which is the Forge God. This is a champion unit. Now this has got Deflect too. I'm seeing a lot of people out there right now talking about Ornn and how he's got Deflect, and how going up against Jax, going up against Draven, Ornn seems to be the secret counter pick. Because anytime Draven decides to like ride the wind or like whatever it is, like move your unit, get rid of your unit, like send it back to your hand, back to your base, whatever, it's targeting you, he has to pay 2 power, which is a heavy cost. There's also then a weapon in this that you can equip. There's an attachment that you can equip to him that essentially says whatever text he has on him, you double. So in that point, he become a deflect 4, which is crazy. And then he's got Weapon Master, so you can equip that for free. And then he has +1 for each friendly gear as well. So he could be a really, really tanky dude, super hard to get rid of, and really difficult for Draven to essentially go up against. So yeah, this is cool. I'm gonna look into playing that deck as well. And then we got Soraka. Soraka's not a bad card. Only hit 1 ult so far. I don't know if we're gonna hit another. I assume we will. I don't think there's 1 hit boxes. If there is, it is what it is, but I don't think so. I think we're gonna at least hit something else. We've got a foil here, and we've got Needlessly Large Yordle. I think this card's garbage, so we're not gonna talk about it. We've got Ez. Ezreal's pretty cool, new legend, new power. So you rest him as a reaction to draw 1. But you can only do this if you've chosen an enemy unit and or gear twice this turn with spells or unit abilities. So an enemy unit or a gear of your choosing your specific gear, or their specific gear, I guess. I don't know that it's that good. I don't think it's that good. It's not something that really interests me. I think it's just a bit too intricate. And I'm not really a big fan of the colors to the color combo, dare I say. So probably won't be playing it. All right, there we go. I'm not ripping them correctly. This is heartbreaking. Let's go. So Armed Assailant. We've got Guardian, Frigid Touch, Overzealous Fan. We've got Cold Shot. This is cool, Fey Dragon, going to Lee Sin. When you play me, buff up to 4 friendly units, just crazy value. When you spend a buff, you play a gear token, really good with my Udia build. I'm gonna definitely try and pop him in there, kind of rework that. Then we've got a new, I was about to say Landscape, that's incorrect. We've got a new Battlefield. So players can't score here until their 3rd turn. I think this would be quite good if you're going up against an aggro to a deck and you can just kind of contest and stop them from getting to while you kind of set up a little bit later. I think this could be good. Got Hard Bargain, which is counter the spell unless the controller plays to energy. You can do this twice. This seems pretty strong. Yeah, I don't like that purple has counter, to be honest. I feel like purple's got enough. It definitely seems like purple is the favorite color in Riftbound. They've got a lot of utility, a lot of different cards to work with. And then we've got Forecaster. We've got Rek'Sai. When I attack, you may reveal the top 2 cards of your main deck. You may pay 1, but you have to pay the energy and recycle cost, power cost. Then recycle the rest. If you play the card as a unit, you can play it here. So at the battlefield that you're attacking. Could be cool. Oh, and there's Rek'Sai, so we can talk about it. So this is the legend card in conjunction with the champion card. When you conquer, you may exhaust me to reveal the top 2 cards of your main deck, and then you may pay 1, again, playing the power and the energy cost, and then recycle the rest. So you just blindly run into your deck and see if you want to play it, recycling the other. Cool. I mean, it's definitely a play style. It's not my play style, but it's definitely a play style. Watch me upload like a how to play Rek'Sai in 2 months, because I've gone, oh, this deck's amazing, and I'm eating shit. Bundle Bot, let's see, Loyal Pup, Guards, Punch Fist, Be a Sword. We've got our first foil, which is Yordle Explorer. We've got another champion unit, which is Ez. So when I attack or defend, deal damage equal to my might to an enemy unit here. I don't deal combat damage, and then action move me to your base. This is cool. This is a really cool card. I think it's getting some play in other decks outside of Ez, but I'm not entirely sure right now, to be honest. And then we've got Altar of Memories, which is just another gear. I believe it's when a friendly unit dies, you get to essentially tap that to draw 1. We are running out of packs here, so it means we are running out of chances to pull a crazy card. To be fair, I have been pretty lucky recently, so I'm not overly fussed. I think this is like the 3rd time I've mentioned it, so obviously I am fussed. We've got Veiled Temple. You can conquer here. You may ready a friendly gear. If it's an equipment, you may detach it. Cool. That's a foil. I'm gonna put that on the foil side. We've got a Zia, which is the champion unit. action, you pay 1, recycle cost of a green to choose a unit you control, move me to its location, it to the original. Excuse me. You swap essentially your units, and then if it's equipped, you detach the weapon from that and place it on him. You can only use this once per turn. So, cool, I guess. We've got Orn, here he is. Big Papa Orn. So he's exactly like Kaiser. He's the equivalent except you with gear, right? So reaction, you get to add 1 power of your choice, but you can only use this to play gear or use gear abilities, okay? So I think it's a cool concept. I just like the concept. I like it, it's cool. Sue me. We got gold. 1, 2, 3, this is the 6th pack. We are nearly at the end of the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to, you know, tell your friends, share it around if you feel like it's worth sharing. Our goal here is to hit 1,000 by the end of the year. I know we're gonna do it, we're gonna smash it. We're doing so well at the moment. I appreciate everybody for watching and tuning in. We got Switcheroo, and we got Draven Legendary. This is a great card. This is such a sick card. I pulled this at the pre-release, I was lucky enough. It's got Deflect 1, so in order to target, the enemy needs to recycle a power. The first time I win a combat each turn, you score 1 point, which is cool. When I die in combat, choose an opponent, they score 1 point. So yeah, it's a bit of a trade-off, but totally worth it. And that's not an alt art, by the way. That's just a sick-looking legendary card. So this is pack number 5. Well, left. This is the fifth pack out of the box, left. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Boots of Swiftness. That's cool, it gives a unit ganking, piece of gear that gives a unit ganking, so quite like that. We got Frigid Touch, give a unit -2, which has the repeat keyword, and it's a reaction spell, which is cool. We then have Assembly Rig. This is interesting, you have to pay 1 energy and recycle 1 power, recycle a unit from your trash, play a 3-cost mech unit token to your base. Cool, so that'd be good for Rumble, because Rumble is all mech based. And then we've got a Trove Golem. When you play me, play 4 gold gear tokens exhausted, 8, 9, 2 power recycle. I don't know how good that would be. We'd have to wait and see. There we go. We've got a alt art. So I think this is our second alt art of the box. I think that is it. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see, but this is a Calm Rune alt art. It's gonna go into my leasing deck. Actually, I might pop them up on eBay, the runes as well. I haven't made up my mind, so keep an eye out. If you want the rune, leave it in a comment and maybe I'll pop it up. 4 packs left. It's been a pretty good pack opening, to be honest. I can't wait to start sorting these cards. It's my favorite part after opening them. And then building some decks with them and doing some deck showcases. So for the final 4 packs, can we pull some absolute heat? Cold Shot, this is cool. Look at the top 2 cards of your main deck, draw 1 and recycle 1. This is a really cool card, which you can repeat by recycling a power cost. This is cool, this is really, really cool. There are a lot of cool cards in purple. I need to find a purple deck that is, you know, yelling at me to play it so I can play these cards. This is cool, Akshan's cool. Basically, if you pay his extra power cost, which is 2 orange body recycles, power, sorry, to recycle them, you get to, when you play him, steal a gear from the enemy base. And then you control it until he leaves the board. And then if it's equipment, you can attach it to me. Let's say you're going up against a Dazzling, like an Aurora. You could play this, pay the extra, steal the Aurora, end your turn, and then hit the Aurora. Crazy. It wouldn't happen. I don't see a scenario where it's kind of happening, but it's cool. It's a cool concept, don't get me wrong. And then we got Rel, which is a tank, and then when I attack, you get to play an equipment with an energy cost of 2 or more, no more than 2, sorry, ignoring its cost and attach it to me. So that's cool. That's very cool. It's essentially like Weapon Master, but different. So I don't know why they decided to do that. Instead of just giving it the Weapon Master keyword, who knows? All right, we've got down to the 3rd last pack. Here's another battlefield. When you defend here, reveal the top card of your main deck. If it's a spell, put it in your hand, otherwise recycle it. Cool, we got Poro Snack. We see a little bit of shine at the bottom here. What's this, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's a signature spell. Experiment, it's not a signature spell. It is a legend. Fantastic. Battle Mistress, when you recycle a rune, you may exhaust me to play a gold gear token. Exhausted, when one or more of our units die, ready me, so you can do that multiple turns. It's pretty cool. And then Aphelios and Ornn again. Let's take a look at Ornn here. So when you play me, or when I hold, look at the top 4 cards of your main deck. You may reveal a gear amongst them and draw it, then recycle the rest. This is cool. I don't know how much it would be played, but it's a cool card. It's a nice looking card as well. That's all I got. We're down to the last 2 packs. I think that was a 2-hit box. I think that was it. So let's see what we can get out of these last 2 packets. Who knows, we could pull one more ult. I honestly want to pull one more ult, that would be nice, but you never know. We've got Master Billing, Doran's Blade, we've got this, which we'd already gone through, Angled Shot, Disarming, Piercing Light, and the Shears. And for our very last pack, thank you all for watching once more, appreciate it. For our very last pack, let's see if we can have any further luck. Ooh, we really struggled opening that one. I don't think there's anything back here. Maybe we missed something. We're gonna go through and slow roll it. We got Serrated Dirk, Royal Entourage, Dire Wing, Doran's, Veteran Poro, a Battering Ram. We've got Cull. Our first shiny, we're gonna have a our second holo, and our last card, which we're about to reveal, is Bard. That was it. That was absolutely it. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I've said it all before, and I will see you in the next one.